mortgages. Therefore, commencing July 1, 2025, for contributors who earn less than $30,000 weekly, the deposit requirement on open loan markets on open market loans will be reduced to 2% if the housing solution being acquired is priced at or below $14 million. Starting July 1, 2025, the service charge on mortgages will be reduced as follows. For prospective mortgagors who earn $30,000 or less each week, their service charge will be reduced from 2% to a loan, will be reduced from 2% of the loan amount to 0. Yeah, so if you earn $30,000 or less, no interest, no service charge. And for prospective mortgagors earning between $30,000 and $42,000 per week, the service charge will be reduced from 5% of the loan to 2%. Prospective mortgagors earning $42,100 per week or $42,001 per week and above, their service charge remain at 5%. Madam Speaker, currently a minimum wage earner who has contributed to the NHT for at least 7 years may access a home grant of up to $3.5 million. We are modifying the eligibility requirement in order to make the grant available to more contributors. The maximum qualifying income for home grants will now be $30,000 per week. The NHT is mindful that house construction can be challenging, particularly in light of the rising cost of labor and materials. Consequently, a number of contributors have been unable to complete their housing units or bring it to a habitable stage, resulting in some instances in contributors having to balance their limited resources between rent and servicing construction loans. In instances where a current or retired contributor earning $30,000 per week or less accessed a build-and-own land or construction loan benefit to construct a housing unit comprising 2 bedrooms or less, for which that unit has remained incomplete for 2 years or more due to unavailability of funds, the NHT will firstly offer the mortgager an additional loan of up to the difference between the balance of the borrower's current loan and a limit of $11 million subject to affordability. Secondly, where this additional fund is not able to bring the unit to a habitable stage, or in the case of a pensioner, there is insufficient income to support a loan arrangement, the NHT may provide a home grant of up to $3.5 million to assist in bringing the unit to completion. Now, Madam Speaker, a number of contributors who work in the public health system face challenges in finding suitable housing, especially when they are not from a nearby community or where they have been transferred from another health facility. The NHT will expand its institutional loan program and pursue partnerships with hospitals through the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the regional health authorities to provide housing for employees in the public health system. Where possible, these housing units will be constructed on the hospital compound. The NHT, yes, the NHT has begun preliminary discussions with the University Hospital of the West Indies and one rural hospital under this program. So we're going to see some houses, Minister Tufton, finally built for our doctors and nurses. Madam Speaker, currently, all contributors who do not have a mortgage processed directly with the NHT are eligible for a cash refund of their contributions as they fall due. Public sector workers are, however, able to access cash refunds even while servicing a mortgage. This option is not currently available to private sector mortgagors. Effective July 1, 2025, private sector mortgagors will have the option of either a cash refund or the application of their refund amounts to their existing mortgage obligations, provided that the loan is free of arrears. Madam Speaker, this will be assessed on a year-by-year basis based upon the NHT's cash flow position. But this is big. This is big. A lot of people, look forward to their refund. Now they will be able to, the private sector persons who have mortgages will have the same options as the public sector workers. Effective July 1, 2025, the NHT will reduce the waiting time for accessing home improvement loans from 10 years to 7 years. So, yeah. So before, you would have to wait 10 years before you could get another home improvement loan. Now we have cut that, and we have increased the loan limit to $5 million from $3.5 million. Madam Speaker, the NHT increased the loan limit in 2019 and again in 2023, and I'm pleased to announce a further increase effective July 1, 2025. The individual loan limit will be increased from $7.5 million to $9 million. For two co-applicants, the combined maximum loan limit will be increased from $15 million to $17 million. And for three co-applicants, it will be increased from $21 million to $23 million. Madam Speaker, if an individual mortgager is purchasing a unit at $14 million or less, the NHT will lend that individual up to $12 million, subject to availability. Let me explain that a little bit. Each time we increase, we notice, Madam Speaker, that each time we increase the loan limit, we notice an increase in the price of houses. It is the most frustrating thing. And yes, it is a matter of economics. When you increase effective demand, then more people are chasing houses than there are houses in the market. The competitive system is going to increase the price. So what we have done is to give a greater loan limit for houses that are going to be at what we call affordable price point. And the affordable price point for the NHT is $14 million. In fact, Madam Speaker, we have given a policy directive to the NHT that all their resources should now be directed at producing houses that are around this price point. The NHT will not get involved in any new development of houses above this price point. So, very important, Madam Speaker. Now, you won't always get the houses at exactly 14 million, but you have to be within that target range. Because the truth is, Madam Speaker, that the real housing crisis is in the low-income and affordable housing market. And that's where we have to direct so for construction of houses just to be clear, Madam Speaker, if an individual mortgager is purchasing a unit priced at $14 million or less, the NHT will lend that individual up to $12 million. Now, also for construction of houses by individual contributors, the individual construction loan limit will be increased to $11 million. For 2 co-applicants, it will be $17 million, and for 3, $23 million.